What's going on? You'll hear the boy in the background. I keep talking to this, so distracting. I need to change things up. 1 second. I think I need to put my microphone over there because when I lean to the microphone. Hi, Pappy. Hi, Cheech. Crazy. You see me here on a Thursday? You mad? So what happened is, I normally play D&D on a Thursday. Every other Thursday. But one of the party are sick. As you can see, it's a multifunctional room. But yeah, so one of the guys is sick, and we can't really continue the campaign where we're at without him. So we took a night off, which was lovely because I got to spend some time with the boy. But to be fair, I normally stream 2 or 3 times when I'm on earlies. Now I do have some news. At the end of this month, I'm going to be working earlies all of the time for possibly 18 months, possibly 2 years, which means we can do a lot more of this. So yeah, that should be fun. But I have done nothing but think of this game since I played it the other night. Now we've got 9 minutes before I need to put the boy to bed. More streams, hopefully more YouTube videos too, but we'll see what we can get sorted. I don't know whether we're going to continue to stream on YouTube because it's effectively just taking space. But the last stream did get a couple of live viewers. It might have been you guys. Yeah, Neon site, Neon stream in 9 minutes. So yeah, we're 8 minutes now. Don't need to put him to bed. So what I thought we could do is maybe quickly go over some evidence, so we know where we're starting off, what we got to last time, and where we're up to now. What do you think of that? This is where we were last time. So we got the girls. Girls are fucking good to go. Dad, we don't know his occupation. We do know he's a president, but we don't know. He's at least president 3. Yeah, like a recap. Rafferty Clark. Is he also a musician? I feel like he's also a musician, but he might have done something else. These guys are all buttoned up. There's another picture that we need to get of James or Jim. I haven't opened the game. I promise you, I haven't opened the game. But I have done nothing but think about it. And we know that Sarah Cossell is the spouse of Clancy because there's only one Cossell on the list. And we know that their family were Cossells from Lauren's Diaries, right? Right, so Lauren's married to Jacob. Their son is Clark. Jacob died during the war, leaving Lauren to raise Clark on her own. So I think where we were at, evidence-wise, was we were having a little read through this stuff. Now, I don't know whether we've come to a point where we're drawing a blank with the information, but we did get some new evidence that we haven't bothered to look at yet. Like we briefly looked at it, but we haven't searched anything from it. So there's that. Also, I did notice this gentleman is a black guy, right? And in the later photos, there's hey, relax. Jesus Christ. You don't need to redeem. Shit. There's also a child here. who appears to be possibly mixed race. So. Oh God. Yo, dude, you got 5 minutes, okay? Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah, dude, it's 25 past. Time flies when you're having fun. So yeah, there's some stuff that we can work on. Wolf is one of the children of Jim, right? Wolf's one of the children of Jim. I've also just realised something. Hey, just try and relax. A soundproof headset? A soundproof headset? That wouldn't help you at all. He's over there and he is fucking wailing. But to be fair, my wife told me about. So he casted the headset to the TV, and my wife saw the size of the spiders that creep up on him. Apparently, they are no joke. No joke. What did I just realise? The blonde boys. There's blonde boys. Now, these boys look suspiciously like these boys right here. These two boys are Gwyn's children. This is Gwyn, the actress. So these are the two boys. We just need to work out what order they're in and which ones they are. Yeah, I'm more talking about you guys having what you need, and not having your heads exploded. Also, what's the audio balancing like? I've slightly increased the volume of the microphone. Thank you, Pappy. The best that we can do is 1998 dial-up, Cheech. If that's any good to you. It's just Carl. It's just Carl's job, and then this list is exhausted. And we've got this other photo here. Who is this?
No.
I've seen this. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see it. This guy here.
Yeah, is it so easy?
Is he the other preacher? 1 second. It's got to be this guy, right? It's got to be Miracle Third. But they don't have no children. So you see his tie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but is the microphone peaking at all or anything like that? Because I've slightly amped it into the amber. Because then we can possibly push a couple of other things up a little bit. But you see that, right? Wait. Oh, he's also wearing a rainbow tie. Oh wait, but he's also wearing glasses. He's wearing sunglasses. So is this Miracle? And then this would be Junior, right? Right, Pete?
Yeah.
Wrap it up, kid. Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
Can I tell you the code to get this
Just wrap up what you're doing, and then we'll go and get sorted.
Oh, and then flame with it.
The dicky bone.
No space.
What the? This guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a very specific kind of mustache, is it not? I'm not talking about him with the glasses. Is this capturing my mouse? I don't think it's capturing my mouse, is it? 1 second. Capture cursor. There we go. That's better, isn't it? This guy. This is the guy I'm talking about.
Look at me.
I'm pointing and circling shit with my mouse, and you can't see either of those things. Beautiful. Right. So I think that this may be Miracle First,
Oh yeah.
but based purely on his sunglasses, which would mean that this is Miracle Junior, and this is the older sister. So this is, if we go back here,
It was really
Gwendolyn. Elias, there's Elias Junior and Clancy that we need to work out in terms of their appeal. Right, wrap it up, dude. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So what evidence do we want to linger on? We can maybe have a... So Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the next generation.
Look, this is true.
These are the grandchildren, right?
Look at me.
But I'll leave you with that. You see what you can work out from it.
Look at
I'm going
me.
to take this, lad. Goodbye. What? Oh yeah. Well, I'm back. He doesn't half love dragging his heels when I've got stuff to be doing, you know. Anyway, an attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5-piece photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we all gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way to the left. This is Eli. Oh wait, did it say something else? Since to me he looked a lot like Pop did in the old one. But I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted four of us stand together, so we clumped up in the middle. Yeah. See? And let everyone filter behind and in front of us. The only one too big to make an appearance was Gwyn. Gwyn's not in the photo. Grandma insisted we include Sam, even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. I also didn't think if Miracle made it in, since he's technically a 5-piece. So it is fucking Miracle. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge after all these years. So, Miracle's in the photo. I'm assuming him, which means that's Miracle Jr. This is the generation after, right? So who the fuck is this guy I took a photo of? This must be Miracle. There he is. Are we saying that is that safe? A safe assumption that this is Miracle, or is this potentially Miracle Jr.? Well, Miracle Jr. would be over here, right? All clumped up in the middle. These are all grandchildren, except for Miracle. I don't think I'm super happy with that, even though it makes sense. But Gwyn didn't make it, so it's this level. It's this level and him. But it could also be Miracle Jr., which is really, really annoying. So the rest of them are along here. So there's a picture of Lauren in there. One of these is Lauren. This is Lauren, right? I mean, it's the same goddamn face. We're locking that one in as Lauren. And then she's got 3 brothers. Lauren's got 3 brothers, right? So these must be the three brothers. Where is it? I wanted Eli to stand to the left. Because to me, he looked like Pop in the old one. So where's the old one? You mean this fucking guy right here? Wait, who said that? Who's Lauren's dad? We don't know. We don't know what Clancy looks like yet. Or do we compare two photos? Also, we don't know who this gentleman is. Isn't it saying this? Right, so Pop is over to the left. So it's the guy that looks like him. That guy maybe? So this blonde guy is Eli. I'm locking it in. We should have a little look for Eli Roottrees, maybe. There might be punctuation. Elias Roottrees Jr. Is listed on a website of historical buildings in Butler County. He's listed alongside the residence that has been preserved, called Hunchtop House. Did we ever search Hunchtop House? Yeah, it only came up with that. Search Butler County. Oh. It was once set in Butler County. It turns out the creator never lived in or near Butler County, or even had any connection to the county. But we can search now in Butler County Times for maybe Elias Jr. Or what was the other place called? The house. Hunchtop House. He's an architect. Boy's an architect. So small feature details of building that Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architecture firm worked on, called Hunchtop House. It also mentions that Elias Jr. was the oldest son. Bitch, yes. Do we have somebody? Right, hold up. Was Elias's oldest son. So I'm on the wrong level, right? This can't be Elias Jr. Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm looking at... What? Yeah, mine hurts a little bit too. But Elias Jr. is the eldest son, which means he may go, he goes there. It's Elias Jr. But that's not him. Am I looking at the wrong picture? That's the dad and the mum, right? Is it? Does that mean this is Lauren's dad? Where's Lauren? Lauren's there. Oh shit! Okay, we're piecing some shit together. Right, Lauren's diary contained some labelled pictures. The caption on this: it wanted Eli to stand way to the left because he looked like Pop in the old one. But I was outvoted by my brothers, which means Heir Dad looks like one of these people, right? Now Heir Dad must be this guy, right? And he's on the far left. Which means that Eli is the blonde guy. But we don't know whereabouts he fits in Lauren's tree. But this guy is our man. This is Clancy. Which then, that means that the other guy is Elias Jr., right? This guy. Now, Elias Jr. is an architect. We're sick. We might be the best. Holy shit, we are good. We're good. Okay.
It's time for your headlines. Once an hour, every hour, on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottrees' belongings have apparently gone missing. Most notably, a framed photo of the Roottree family from the mid-1970s that Carl had on his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist about who would do such a thing and why. For that article, search online for WRTD News. Again, that's WRTD.
Okay. So we are going to go straight across and do that because I will forget. Been talking about the plane crash. The most recent hour also talked about a picture taken from Carl's office after the plane crashed and promised an interview online with a psychologist. During the interview, it's revealed there wasn't a break-in. Instead, someone with a key to the office took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to the recent storm. This means it was likely someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, also goes on to posit the culprit had an ulterior agenda. An alternate agenda, specifically because nobody in the family has come forward to say they have it in their possession. Comment below. A comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies. This is just another instance of the Roottrees curse being a real, true thing." I bet Carl was murdered and the picture had evidence in it. We see the Roottrees curse first of all, right? Didn't he say something about a magazine? So we go to Business Watch and look for... What's his name? Carl. Oh wait, we've got the picture. We've got the picture. This one. So we have this one. And we have this one. Oh, okay, so she's just taking it. Right, thanks for the hydrate, Cheech. We've actually got both of the pictures. We'll go back to the search. There's a long, rambly conspiracy website with very small, very red text on it. On a black background that says the Roottrees are cursed. It has been very recently updated with the following. With Carl and Brenda and their girls, that makes 5 deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Roottrees company have died mysteriously. 3. He was the most recent. So you know what that means. Mr. Roottrees. There you go. They say Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but nobody was arrested. Then Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? We'll take his name like this because we haven't been able to search him any other way. There's nothing. Okay, cool. Hello? Roottrees case. Carl dies in a plane crash. This cannot be a coincidence. Well, why not? There's another entry that claims if you connect the dots, it's the pattern of the 5 pieces wrapper. It creates a Mayan ruby skull. A secret message meant for to subliminally scare people away. Bitch! Where is it? Huh? Something tells me that no dots can be connected here. The 5-piece wrapper, it creates a Mayan ruby skull. If you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5-piece wrapper. Are there dots in the pattern of the wrapper? What? Because to be fair, I wouldn't put it past this game to do that shit. Anyway, the post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4 corners simultaneously, 4 daytime cubes. 4 daytime cubes. What? The author of the site seems to agree. There's 5 arrows. Oh, yeah. It's a C. So there's gonna be this shit. Oh. There isn't this 8 arrows. So I'm also quite mindful that there's this. This thing we need to warehouse. It has 2 names that must be typed in manually. The clues are obscure. They're intentionally hidden in the past and may even require some leaps in logic. Try to keep an eye out for any inconsistencies. So there's that. An entry from a few months ago claims the owner of the site received an email from Chris Raff. Wait. Chris Rafferty at Prodigy.us asking him to take down the site with faked proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. actually had a heart condition and was poisoned. The owner claims that although the proof looks quite credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at cracking fake evidence, creating fake evidence. The first entry is from 1996 and has a blurry picture of the Roottrees company factory, seemingly taken by the website's author from behind the fence through some trees. It seems that Operation RT29 is real. I witnessed a helicopter land on February 29th, 1996. The website footer says all images and ideas by Thomas Overwood. So we're going to search for Chris Rafferty's email first. What's Pixpop? This is cousin. This seems like it could be a secret photo, right? How does hair work? Oh, she needs a bigger forehead. I need to line everything up. There we go. There you go. No, click too far. No, I've done it again. There you go. Beautiful. Yes. Now work it, honey. The fuck does that say? Oh, I can use the scroll wheel to do it. Printing cousin portrait. I chose to mine. Cousin rotated. Let's get the shit all together. Oh. Reminds me a little bit of what's her name? Velma from Scooby-Doo. Is this middle school called middle school? Crazy. No, I wasn't on you. This one's wrong. There we go. Huh? Oh, oh my god. That was weird, man. Also, why is there just pictures of your cousin? The best free photo editor. Holy shit. Oh, this is awesome. No. I'll bring this down. This across, then up. Bring them across again. Just because. Wait, down one. I can't scroll this one. Oh, there we go. I can drag it. I'll marry these up to the rest of it. Is this a nipple? I have a nipple. Oh wait, if I go this way, it might be a bit easier. I got two nipples, man. I'm the best. I found the nipples. Wait. Nipples located. Get this shit out of the way. Oh, I can cycle all the way through. Beautiful. Need this one out of the way too. Gotta work out the rest. Wait. No. Pull it down and then move it across. And then move it up. Okay. You don't need to fucking help me, crazy. Right, which side of these gonna go on? Does that look right? And then this. Boom, baby. Might be the best. Yeah, but what did we get? A simple page called The Art of Rafferty. Chris Rafferty is an artist. Who the fuck is Chris Rafferty? Can we have Rafferty somewhere else? Wasn't Lauren's husband Rafferty? He was. Clark Rafferty, 2 failed marriages, 3 children. One of these is Christopher. Okay. Chris Rafferty self-portrait. Me and my fiance, Lulu. Okay, we got that. Bitch, you're gonna fuck me up now? Oh, so this whole thing was an art piece. Cousins. So this level. Possibly here. Possibly these. Yeah, it's just all of these across here, right? This. Guardian, adopted or otherwise. So someone on this level. We got 3 photos from this level. And we've got some names. Davy and Bethany. Are siblings. And Davy's on the left. So possibly this. Could be also these. Or these. Why did everyone have to have 2 goddamn kids, man? They could have had 3. They could have had 3. Anyway. Below a bunch of gifts that say under construction. There are a few art pieces. The first is a painting. Me and my fiance Lulu, we got that one. A painting I did for my first year of college that I plan to give her when we get married in May. Go Tartans. There's an odd collage called Cousins, which we've got. We've just read all of these. Chris's art has been added to your evidence. We got Cousins, blah, 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 blah. I think we want to search for Yukon. Dave Kellogg the 4th is on the swim team for the Huskies. Davy Kellogg the 4th, which means there's no Davy up here, right? There might be a Davy on this level. First, second. We only get to the mind you, Grandad, it's Kellogg, isn't it? Shit! We're no closer, man. Okay. Can we go to this website? No. Okay. Where are we at with evidence? We've seen this. We've got the deciphered pictures. So this is Davy. This is Davy Kellogg. This is whatever her name was, Kellogg. These are both Kellogg's. And this is the guy himself, Chris Rafferty. He looks young there. His first year of college. That's what it said, right? The first is a painting. Bethany. Yeah, that was her name. The first is a painting captioned, "Me and my fiancée Lulu. A painting I did in my first year of college that I plan to give her when I get married," right? So, Chris Rafferty must be this guy, right? He's the only Rafferty tree that has any other marital link. He is a artist, yeah. He's an artist, and we haven't taken the photo yet, have we? This is our boy, which means that this is Lulu. You say it's maybe Lulu Rafferty? If she got married, right? What's sick? What's this mean? You don't look on tell me spider. Which then means we can, yeah, so we're in the same boat. We know where we're at. These are half siblings. What other Rafferties do we got? Jess and Katrina, Rafferty LaRue. Wait a minute. Did he end up? He did. He is definitely. No, this spider over here. He's looking for goat tartans, right? No? Maybe with the exclamation mark? Carnegie Mellon University. Doesn't seem relevant. It just says for the art of Rafferty. It's just brought to the same results, right? Cool. What was our guy's name? It was Davy something, right? Davy Kellogg. So we search for Bethany Kellogg? Not the fourth, though.
But why is the rum gone?
The rum is gone because it's a fucking Thursday night, Lissy. Also, hi, how are you? Has the music stopped? There we go. I like the music. I'm doing well. I'm doing all right. I've done nothing but think about this game. The Cousins 3. Wait. 3 pictures were scrambled as part of Chris Rafferty's Cousins. It said something else, didn't it? Only 2 of those were siblings, right? Davy and Bethany, and Stephanie, who's an only child. Okay, so we're going to look on this level for only children. We've got 1, 2, 3, but then we've also got... That's it. So it could be any of these three is potentially our lady here. There we go. Stop giving me alerts for that shit. We still haven't looked into this. Stephanie Jones. Okay? We're gonna look for Stephanie Jones. You learn from an election result page that Stephanie Jones, a candidate for City Council, won her campaign on election day about a month ago. You find no mention of the Roottrees in any article about it. Stephanie also has a very bare bones website for her campaign. It's simply a picture of her campaign mailer, and underneath it says, be sure to read the full article at the Butler County Times. Can we have it now? Can we search the Butler County Times? We can. What was the bitch's name? Stephanie Jones. Most recent mention of Stephanie Jones is a small report detailing an election result from last month's election. Stephanie apparently won her election. You also find the full version of the newspaper clipping on the back of the campaign mailer. While most of it is unimportant, you do find the following. Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon, until her marriage to Brian Jones, who happens to be a friend of my father's. Like, genuinely. Has lived in Butler County her whole life. She grew up in a home without a father, with my mother and her partner. I essentially had an entirely female influence. Mother was a lesbian. So maybe here? So we've got to maybe marry the guy. Said, look, I'm not really into the whole phallus thing. Realised the sexuality, married a woman who then adopted. And then they adopted, maybe. Wouldn't it? This would be child of... Just grew up in a home. Always use the person. When did this get put here? Always use the person's most recent occupation. Unconventional families to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, so she would still be pregnant now. Her message to voters is, love is our future. Carl, I know we didn't see eye to eye when it came to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. CM. You son of... Pixels. You're an anus. Who did you get married to? Brian Jones. Who's CM? Who the hell's CM be, eh? Though she is a distant cousin of the Roottrees, her mother Caroline, a local artist who has appeared on the front page, we've fucking got this, has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies regarding deforestation of indigenous trees, and to expand their maple farms. Unlike my mother, I'm not a fighter. I want to bring love to the world. We want Caroline. What was she? What was this lady born? I can also highlight shit, so I don't know why I'm not doing that. Like, will that stay? Holy shit! Okay. Well, that would have been fucking nice to know, wouldn't it? Thank you for the squeaky duck as well. Who was she? Landon. Caroline Landon. We're going to copy that, and we're going to pop it in here. Caroline Landon. Nothing relevant. Bitch, didn't you just say? Wait. But Mum was married, right? We think this is Caroline here, right? Morden. No. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Sleuth. Absolute fucking sleuth. You find a cover story about the local artist illustrations, including one by Caroline Morden. There isn't much about Caroline as a person. This is which means Dad's Landon, by the way. This is mostly a listing of art in Butler County. She seems to get top billing. Accompanying the story, there's an image of Caroline standing beside a large metal sculpture of a mermaid. It is captioned, Caroline standing next to her sculpture. Atlantis's burden. We'll see if we can find that. The sculpture is one of many works featured in her upcoming book, Self-Portrait, Art and the Beauty of Women. According to the quote further down, Atlantis' burden is meant to symbolize a society split by indecision over whether women should be equals or something to protect. The picture on the front page has been added to your evidence. Cool. Can we just quickly search this? Cool. Let's take a little look at Atlantis' burden. When I tell you this lady is beautiful, understand me. If I was, what year is this? 1998. When's this picture from? How many years younger, older do I need to be? If I was a bit older, absolutely. The image accompanied a story by a local artist. It is captioned Caroline standing next to a sculpture. Right, so we're going to find the book as well. Highlights. Yes, we know. We've learned that shit now. When I go here to the public library and I search for Caroline Morden, can I then, how do I pull up my notes? Like this. Cool. Here we go. 1987. So if I was like maybe 20 years younger, older, dedicated to Eloise and Stephanie. Oh, hey. Well, new girlfriend is Eloise. No, I'm just saying that, like, I wasn't born when the book was published, so I mean, she's absolutely fine. It's just about sort of hedging my bets and being like, look, I'm a mature guy. Mostly black and white pictures of Caroline's art. The centerpiece is a series of full-color nudes. Motherfucker, what? Somebody see if I can get that shit tomorrow on Amazon. Please. Just... see if I can... Fuck, man. It's 1998. Obviously, everything's on a fucking piece of paper, isn't it? Full colour nude self-portraits. Caroline, you know the market. Eloise is going to be happy with your ass. Stretching from 25 to 30. Oh, different ages. Okay, I didn't see the different ages. I just saw stretching, and I was like, it's not the right choice of words, man. What the shit? They've certainly not been added to your evidence. You spoil sports. In the intro, Caroline talks about influences. She was one of the youngest in her generation. Oh. In her late teens, she felt betrayed by her sister Gwendolyn. Oh! Where's Gwendolyn? She was one of the youngest in her generation. That doesn't really tell us anything. That's Gwendolyn. Yes. Her sister Gwendolyn. What? The youngest in her generation. Late teens. So is Caroline up here? What? I'm confused. Because this is Gwendolyn. Oh wait. She's not though, right? She's Morden. And her cousin Bonnie. We're going to keep that. Gave up on dreams to settle for boring men. She especially dislikes her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson, who she calls completely bogus. Their marriages led her to double down on her passions, art and environment. She even married a man who was the opposite of boring, which was an overcorrection. She comes out strongly against the Roottrees company's effect on the local environment, and where was I? And rues how she was not able to convince her father Zach to make changes to the policy. She also explains that her marriage to Mark led to the most volatile moments in her life, all negative, and that the only good thing he ever gave her was their daughter. Leaving them all behind for good has pushed her to pursue her true loves, art and the beauty of women. I think we fucking absolutely nailed that dead on then, right? So these are divorces and remarriages, right? And there's nothing else over here. This is a different lady. So I'm fucking fairly certain that this is going to be Mark, right? Mark Landon. This is Stephanie Landon. This is Caroline Morden. And then we need to find the Eloise. Just sound okay. There we go. Done. Let's get picture of sexy mama. And throw that shit in here. This is the other lady. Is she a writer? She's not. She's a sculptor, right? She's just an artist. Wait. Most recent author? Just let me think for a second. Caroline Morden. But when was Atlantis' Burden? There was no sculptor on the list, right? Screenwriter. What we got? Could be an artist. Come on. What did I put for the boys over here? Musicians? Musician. And I didn't get a job for this guy yet. I think he's also a musician. I think most recently she's an author, right? And her husband is Brian Jones, who we also have a picture of, right? If we go on here, we've got Bri. There's Brian. And her occupation is is she a counsellor? A politician? Politics. But she's currently in politics, right? I don't know what to do for that. Is listed in a few art websites without much detail. She seems to be associated with a movement called... Oh! An organisation founded in the 70s. Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. Okay. This was 1987. So 11 years ago. When was the other? Stephanie Jones. I don't know when the sculpture was. Let's just go for author. Right? That seems all buttoned up. Who did she say her daddy was? Other than obvious. Her dad was Zach. Wait, but we don't actually know that that's dad, do we? Her dad was Zach, anyway. Didn't she have a problem with a sibling as well? Sister. Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn Morden. See what we can find out about Gwendolyn Morden. There's no fucking way I'm going to be able to... Okay, well, I might have to just remember it. Gwendolyn Morden. Did I do Morden or Morden? Did Morden, okay. Who we got Zach Morden. Zachariah Morden. There's also a Zach Wilson. Who was Wilson? Didn't we see a Wilson? He must have been a Roottrees. No? Morden? Which means he must sit here, right? Zachariah Morden. Is that how you spell it? No, no H. Well, no H there anyway. Is it this? Okay. Looks like we're pretty spent there, but there's 8 things to take from this. Eight people, or 8 bits of evidence to get from it. Now what we can do is we can start going back to... Oh, she also had a cousin called Bonnie. So one of these is Bonnie. In late teens, she felt betrayed when her sister Gwendolyn, her cousin, whatever. Oh, does the face come off? Actually pretty cool. Right, so we can go back to these books now. Right, she was the daughter, the granddaughter. Yeah, we've got her. Her mother's family was called Cossels. Her father, who was always referred to as Pop, was the head lawyer for Roottrees. Oh, wait. Oh, yes, we got the picture of Clancy, right? I don't know. Oh, here we go. It's clear from the context of the Roottrees. Roottrees have shorthand names for different generations. Free Spirits is the generation after Lawrence. So the next generation is here, and then Free Spirits is here. So he was a free spirit. Our Carl was a free spirit. Beautiful. I love all that. Continue with Lauren's complaints. I think we've done everything for this, but I'm off topic. The girl with all the luck in the world would be jealous of me, and now, though I've been undoubtedly burdened with terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be one to a family can support me. Right, here we go. This is the one we need. An entry entitled Dynasty from Lauren Roottrees' diary, written in 1958. It focuses on the day her grandfather Elias announced he would step down as president of the Roottrees Candy Company, and the meeting to determine his successor. So this is going to be Ernie, right? I wish I'd been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Grandad was furious none of his sons would take over as president. But that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. With architects, preachers and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. We've got lawyer, preacher, which means... Oh, we already knew architect. Anyway, it's getting a bit ahead of myself. So with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to the next gens. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family, since we still have the Roottrees name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Yeah, oh, right, so he's not got a root tree name. Cool. Which we actually already knew, right? Where's Zach? Zach's down here, right? This isn't Zach at all. This is an unknown female. This is Zach. Zachariah Morden. Wait. Really, is he President 4? He might be President 4. He's not President 3. We fucking know that for damn sure. Right? This guy is President 2. Applicable Apocalypse, while I really like your name, but I only want the shittest viewers. If you can do that, give me a shout. Why won't it let you delete? Ban user. There you go. So he was President 2. Absolutely. You cheap son of a bitch. Which means Zachary is part of this image. So where's the next gens? These the next gens? The next generation. Zachary's here. In this picture. I don't know why that is, Cheech, because you got your sword at the ready, right? So this was Zachary, right? And he's in this picture. Where does it say? It fell to Zach. Pop argued that length the company should stay with. Instead, it ended up going to Zach, even though his surname doesn't match the candy. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Huh? What? Oh, yeah. Firstborn son, so this is an unknown female. I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Grandad has always had a particular view when it comes to his bloodline. Bitch, you're telling me? I'm sat here trying to work this shit out. I asked Clancy if it ever came up to a woman, that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach. So this is Angie. Angelica Morden, that makes sense, right? Angelica Morden, which means that this guy is a Morden, which must be James Morden. James Morden is the pappy. Right. We're going to have a little look for Angelica Morden. Nothing. Wasn't one of these the first one who wasn't a housewife? But that doesn't mean that she was a housewife. Okay, we continue. Where were we? Angie's older than Zach. No problem, Cheech, you do either. And I'm next oldest of us all. But he just laughed. I'm next oldest of us all. So it's Angelica and then Lauren. These are all younger. Is that to help us with the picture? Maybe. Where's the picture? Hello, picture? There. With one of these has got to be Angelica then, yeah. And we know that it's not Eli that's on the left. It's a different cousin. Where were we here? I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered back. Maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of their family who looks like he samples the product. Oh, Zach, hello, friend. That's, first of all, an unpleasant comment. This is Zach. He was joking about him being a large man. President second. And Angelica was his older sister. So we need to find out some more shit about Angelica to be able to get her picture sorted and stuff. Right. Wow. I mean, that's fucking rough, Zach. An entry entitled Sam. Sam was the bearded guy, right? Where did we hear about Sam? Sam, I think Sam is this guy in the background of the first photo. I think this is the guy. He's like a family friend, right? Wasn't there mention of Sam in this? This picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him to the left. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse Eli Jr. designed. Eli Jr., the architect. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it. And the three of us were all about the same age, even though that's your uncle. We told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, as supposed to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden. It's alright, isn't it, Brush? Posed us in front of the camera. There's no one posing in front of the camera. Who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn? Oh, shit. I found out later that they never even took a second photo. So, okay. This is Morden, man. Is it? Is it James Morden? I feel like this guy is James Morden. I am a little bit confusion. You know what I also realised about this game today? It was recently recommended to me. It's from 2017. But still, sick. Absolutely sick. Anyway. An obscure relative who was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth has been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Grandad had a brother or two. But I was told, trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up. And I'm not the only one to realise. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwyn's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognise Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding with Patsy last year. Uncle Junior from Lauren. So Uncle Junior, Elias Junior, married Patsy. Oh, Okay. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop pushed me and said it was complicated. Fancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, EC and John. There's an Eli C. And John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the record and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Eli is Miracle's youngest. So there's an Eli here. So it might be Elias C. Potentially. Elias C. No, we got nothing from that. There's lots of information in this one, for just 3 clues. Upon hearing that Zach, get the records, yeah, Eli, Miracle's youngest, even chimed in. Apparently, when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Grandad making an exception now? Well, listen. This is obviously going to be Sam, and I think this is this is going to be Sam. I think this is Sam. We've got one more thing to read, but there's Eli Jr.'s. I didn't recognize Sam at his wedding to Patsy. Oh, so the other boys aren't there. Right, hold up. These 2 boys are not in the photo. Was it this photo? It's why Sam. I have many distant relatives I've never met. Blah blah blah. Nancy summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. So when they've taken a picture of the free spirits, the other boys are in Paris, right? That's all good. It's all good. But this is from like 1963. Like 30 years ago. Yeah, there's 15 span in this. We can do some shit here. One of the final entries called Clark from Lauren Roottrees' diary in 1964. Clark's getting married and, in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18, for God's sake. And Danielle isn't much older. Who the fuck? Where's Clark? This is Clark. We go with Danielle Franks. That's the only Danielle. But openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. The only one who has any discipline is Carl. But that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Pop seems to have gotten over it, but because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Okay. And as for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. Right. There was a piece of information then. Carl took over from Pop. Now Pop is Clancy. What? That's not right. Yeah, Pop is Clancy, but Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. So she's got a brother called Edward. So we should look for Edward Roottrees. Nothing. Right, let's see. Swashbuckle My Heart. Let's find this. Copy it. And go to the library. That's Lauren Rafferty, right? Out of print, no copies available. Released as X marks the spot. What? No copies available. Re-released as X marks the spot. We search for that on the World Wide Web. Didn't she change her name? Oh, Roottrees. There we go. Softcover fiction romance. According to the back of the book, this is a buried treasure by Lauren Roottrees and from the author of the Court series. It also says to keep an eye out for Lauren Roottrees' next book, Revisiting the Diary 10 years later. Oh, he's going to be searching all kinds of books now. It's non-fiction. This was a version of her diary released in 1975. Unlike the original diary, it contains no pictures, but has many new passages that reflect on her thoughts 10 years later. One major event happened between releases that changed Lauren's outlook on certain suspects. The death of Elias. A summary of the fallout has been added to your notes, as well as some other select pages. There's still information here for us to glean, but there's this. The new diary opens an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release and re-release. Elias Roottrees had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read out. Samantha Roottrees. Sam was a girl. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had a stipulation that she retain the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. We didn't say it's the name of the farm, did we? It was then that the scandalous secrets came out. None of the five-piece were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She'd been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was an illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. Told you. And Patricia Christensen. Or Christensen. Where is he? Where's Junior? We got Patty. She was the illegitimate daughter, though. That's what it said, right? Illegitimate daughter. Patricia, the daughter of a local steel mogul, and Elias Jr. harbored a secret romance at age 16. She became pregnant, and after the birth, her father refused to let her see Eli Jr. ever again. Her baby, Samantha, was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as EC. Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that, almost. So it's not this Patricia, it's the other Patricia. It's Patty Jones, right? Hi, Cheech. We found something juicy, you know. Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Did some of that. They had an illegitimate child. Sam's not a boy, it's a girl. Snuck away with a farmhand because Patricia's dad was like, fucking hell no, not happening. Sent the child to the Roottrees, and Samantha was raised with EC. She was married off to a much older man and sent away. Patricia got legged. None of the next gens had ever met or heard of Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared. Now going by Patsy. Oh shit, okay. Was she going by Patsy Jones though? After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli Jr. and they finally married in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary without knowing Patsy's history. Eli Jr. had never taken another lover. Lauren, ever the romancer, quite appreciated this. When Patsy and Eli finally married, Elias decided Sam would have been a Roottree in the first place. Even though she was not part of the Clance Trust, he wanted to include her in the family affairs. That was what led to Lauren's initial entry entitled Sam. So this is Samantha. And it is. You trying to slip me up? This is Samantha Roottrees. Okay. That's where we're at. So we've got ourselves a sort of new iteration, a re-release 10 years later of the diaries with a reflection, knowing things that she knows now. And one big thing that's happened is Big Papa Elias popped his clogs. This is a page of additional notes and context from 1975, 10-year anniversary re-release of Lauren's diary. It is a companion piece to the entry about Sam. Clearly, I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottrees. All of my doubts were ill-founded. Not good. I'm getting somewhat adequate. All of my doubts were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. Had she a chance to grow up with us, Sam might have been the sister figure Gwyn never was. Annie and the kids are lucky to have her. Got it, Ernest? It can't be Ernest Madsen though, can it? No fucking way. Annie and the kids. Lucky to have her. And her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Annie Jr. So are they Madsen? Is it Madsen's further down here? Oh, these are Morden, that's why. I'm a fucking idiot. So Ernest Madsen. And then their son is Ernest Jr. Annie Jr. has been learning the day-to-day from Zach. It's been a long time since any real Roottrees was as excited and interested in actual candy as Annie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. Okay. So these are both Morden now, right? We're working with the Mordens again. So we should have a couple of Mordens left to go. What the fuck have I done? These have to be the Mordens though, right? What's happening? What are they over here? Gwyn is here. Gwyn and Caroline. Have I fucked something up? Annie and the kids are lucky to have Sam. Yeah? And her children, so Sam's children, seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Why would she have an Annie Jr.? That doesn't make any sense. So this is getting legged again. Unknown, and these are unknown. Cool. Because Ernest Morden. This Gwendolyn Morden is right though, right? It can't be wrong. I'm misreading something. Right, let's continue. Let's continue. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it all out myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy, with her jet black hair and green eyes. Do you have green eyes? No. Wait, she wouldn't be on that photo, right? She'd be on this photo. Yeah, black hair, green eyes. This has got to be her, right? Yeah, black hair, green eyes. The only one with black hair. This is the other female in that That must be Angelica. This must be Angelica. Little ginger knobhead. And then there's the three brothers. So we've got the three brothers. He looks like Dad. Then these must be... This is him then, right? The baby's him. And this is him. Because she said Miracle made it into the photo. They're like musicians and dancers. We didn't lock that in on purpose though, right? We might be able to find some more information about Clark because his mum's writing at the minute. Or we're reading his mum's writing at the minute. She doesn't have the thick glasses Patsy did, of course. What? Do we need another picture that has got... Who was it? Elias Jr. Right? I don't think... We don't have one yet. Just so that's so we can get a picture of Patsy, isn't it? But I guess that skips a generation. You know what that means, don't you? Check this. Who's got big thick glasses? One of these two. One of these two is here. Unless it's both of them. It could be both. Because they both got thick glasses. But we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Oh my god, it's 10 past 11. I need to go, like, in 20 minutes. Let's blitz through this. Huh? Is this where we're at? Yeah. If children have that, yes, both of them. Both of those two are Sam's kids. It's hard to explain the look on Pop's face when they read out the farm's operations would pass to Samantha Roottrees. But as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money after all, and was essentially inheriting the rights to rule over the peasants for eternity. Crazy. I need to go back and find what the name of that farm was. Pop warned us away from the farm for years. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. Oh, okay. EC and Mr. Miller are friends. I'm not sure Sam will ever forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either. But even so, she seems to blame more than just the two of them. She has no problem with us next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the Five Pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. Where was the information about the farm? Was it in the old notes? Wasn't that late on? We already searched for this, didn't we? Something said something about, obviously, about a farm, and I can't remember what it was. Has he seen John? Anderson Farm. Right. Oh shit! It's the grandmother's family's farm. Before Marie and Elias. Before Elias took over. So Gwyneth had no brothers, so she was the older sister. She took over. I think I have actually already searched this. But Elias took over the farm, produced only syrup. It was supposedly Elias' idea to create candy. Roottrees candy company. Yeah, so I have already done this. I just want to see something though. Let's see Roottrees. Elias C. EC. And who was the other guy? There was EC and Mr. Miller. Yeah, so Miller's not a part of it. We don't need to worry about Mr. Miller. Right. We didn't really get much from this, other than what the other kids look like for a little bit later. This page is additional notes with context. Reading this back, I get deja vu. As I write this addendum, Clark's gotten married again. No Roottree has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob and Gwyn divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame her for that. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet. But neither of us ever took a second husband. Clark's second marriage is coming up. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable someone in the family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of a real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows Eli C. stepped in and helped. More than I can say for Clancy or Edward. Eli C. practically raised Clark and Jim as brothers whenever he could. Eli C. may be... practically raised Clark and Jim like brothers. And Jim, yeah. So, can we basically say that this is Clark, this is Eli C? We can do that, right? We've got Eli C. So, it stands to reason is he's raising Jim and he's saying, Clark, come on, sort your shit together. Sort your shit together, get your shit together. Eli's marriage seems fine and Jim's marriage seems solid as a rock, pun intended. What? What pun? What pun? So who knows what causes these things? I suspect that he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. So did he marry Jane LaRue? Yeah, because they were both LaRues, right? And she was Diamond LaRue. So Jane LaRue hops in there. And then they have Chris. Without her, he'd be third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio. But still, I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last. And Lord knows I was right last time. Okay. We're getting through some shit now. 10-year anniversary. This is, again, it addresses feedback. Biggest complaints I got after publishing my diary, it was how many similar names there are. And I get it. There are 4 Eli's for Pete's sake. But that's how it is. Someone would say, I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why they became Uncle Junior, Miracles Eli, and Eli C. Beautiful, that is. That's well done. Miracles Eli. Elias M. Yeah, our family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer. Just go and lie in bed, mate. Our family's names are always unusual. Grandpa. Do you know what? Actually got pictures. They're not very flattering pictures, so you're not going to see them. But when I normally go to play D&D, I play in my sister's house. I don't know why it took me so long to get out. My brother-in-law is the dungeon master, and when I go, I like to see the kids, because the kids are normally just finishing the bath off and going to bed and stuff. And I'm obviously everybody's favourite uncle. So I normally go in, and last time I went in, so my nephew's 4, 3 or 4. And he was made up, and he was sat there, and they were reading the Gruffalo. And my sister was reading little bits. They've got another baby who's like 9 months old. So my nephew's holding my niece, and they're reading the story, and my niece is seeing me and giving me a big smile. And then there was a bit. It was when they got to the fox. It's the bit where he just gets to come and have lunch in my log pile house. And I just spoke up from the hallway when they were looking at me. I said, it's frightfully nice of you, Fox, but no. I'm going to have lunch with Gruffalo. And then they just wanted me to read the rest of it then, so I did. And I think I looked at the page maybe twice. I used to read that to my kids, it was lovely. But like the faces, like big smiley faces, just watching me read this story to them, they loved it. It was lovely to see. Anyway, Elias was a believer in using names to of each generation to honour those in the last. His father and grandmother were, and grandma, Gwyneth's the father, were named Edward and Clancy. So now you see where my pop's name comes from. So in each generation, we've got an Eli here. We've got Eli. We've got an Eli here. But there's no Elias here. So is one of these Clancy Jr.? Clancy Roottrees Jr. To honour those in the last, so they're all named the Junior afterwards. It's the day. My dad's called David, and my brother's called David. It's the David scenario. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. Well, that doesn't make any sense then, does it? Oh yeah, it does, it does. So Miracle, Miracle, Miracle. Which means this. No, that doesn't make any sense. That's Elias C. So what we need is we need to find juniors. Juniors are always going to be the first son. There's a Clancy Junior. Does that mean that Clancy Junior's there? It would, right? With the women, however, it all goes out of the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Caroline, who was Elias's mother. Oh shit, okay. So some of that shit's happening as well. So who we got over here? Just Gwyn. There's like nowhere else that happens, right? It's Gwendolyn. Was Gwendolyn not there? Oh no, there's two Gwendolyns. There's two Gwendolyns, it's fine. It's fine. That's going to be fun to work out. I like that. Because I like fusing words together anyway. Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generations went on. I guess that's because there's no female equivalent of junior. So if you're reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving a certified mail for an Edward Clancy Rootree. I had to break the news to my... they got my father's name backwards. It was a long shot. We might as well do this last page. It's not a companion piece to any specific entry, but rather a fun bonus. Apparently this is the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was for a school assignment about anger, and she believes based on the teacher's name, she must have been in the 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the event spelled out here, but she does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when I met a new girl who I do not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress, P-R-I-T-T-Y. Me and Pop walked home in town and she hugged him. This is Sam. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your Pop is my dad." Where is she? Where's Lauren? Your Pop is my dad. But no, it's not. That was uncle. It was uncle. Your Pop is my dad. She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing. So I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. He told me, "Don't worry. I'm glad she is gone." Well. What are we thinking here? Like what? Didn't we find... We found Clark, right? Didn't we? Because I need to try and give him a job. So Clark, Roottrees, Rafferty. That was in periodicals, right? Huh? What? Oh, album these times. Copy in periodicals. It was Modern Music Monthly. And there we go. Is he still a musician? Jim's marriage is solid as a rock. Oh, her name's Diamond. Okay. Wait, what generation is he from? He's from these guys, right? The Flower Power folks. We need to try and work out which one is. Oh man. Is it maybe this one? These are a similar face, right? Oh wait. We've got Eli. Eli from this generation. Where the fuck's Eli? There's no more Eli's to do though, right? There's the Free Spirits. Oh, wait, it says. Include Bonnie, next president, Guy Hudson. I'm going to go out on a limb, right? Have a little look at this. I think he's president 4th. But now I need to find any junior. I really want to finish some shit before I finish up. You know what I mean? But I can't just wait. Next president, so he's obviously the latest. Oh man! But I did what I needed to do. We got him. Got Stephanie fucking Landon as well. Look at all these optional entries rolling in. They're all locked in, baby. You got more info? Why isn't that loud enough? There was no sound. Oh.
So, you may have heard the news. Some of Carl's things have gone missing.
Yeah.
That includes the pictures and mail I brought you earlier. I promise I didn't steal it.
Oh, well, as long as you promise. I guess that's perfectly legit.
Borrow it. I'll return it once we're done. Let me deal with my family in the meantime. Oh, I guess that means I've officially confessed.
Bitch, yeah, you did slip up.
I'm a Roottrees.
You are a Roottrees.
I assure you I have a reasonable explanation for the secrecy. I'm about to do something big the family doesn't approve of.
I think I know who you are.
A little bit longer, I'll tell you more. In person. I'll return after 15 more blood relatives.
Okay. Well, you know what? It shouldn't have taken me that long to basically get the last president. Which means, wait. Wasn't it Eli Jr. that showed him? Was it Eli Who was his mentor? Was it Annie or Eli? I feel like it was Annie. Research for Carl Roottrees. No, there was Annie Jr. Annie Jr. Former president of the Roottrees Company. He was Carl's mentor. But have we got anyone for Annie Jr.? There's no Annies on this level, right? Or maybe here. And this would make this guy Annie Jr. Which, I mean, it stays with Clancy. This is where it was supposed to stay. Let's just have a little... Sorry, I know I'm supposed to be going to bed. But I want to see this photograph. I wonder if one of these is Annie. Does it name anybody else? It doesn't, not like the previous one. You don't have green eyes, do you? No. Dude, I absolutely love this game. Love it. Annie Jr. is in this photo. Oh shit, that means he's on this level. Right, so check it. Annie Jr. is on this level, which means this must be Annie Jr., right? So, hear me out. Juniors, direct descendants of their dads, right? Can't be Annie. Can't be Annie. He's a Roottrees, by the way. No Annie, no Annie. We know who these are. Clancy Jr. is the firstborn. Then we know that Jim's dad is Elias C. So this must be... Huh? Madsen. We have Madsen somewhere else, right? Or am I doing that same thing I did before? I'm doing the same thing I did before. But that would have to be him, right? Annie Jr. is on this level. Which means Annie Sr. needs to be this level. Right? He's this generation. Unless... Wait. This is it. He was President 4, right? Now we need a picture of him. Now that makes sense. Wait, didn't Lauren say she had 3 brothers, though? Have I just fucked this up? Wait, it's not Lauren. What is Lauren? Yes, this is the next generation. This is right. But I was outvoted by my brothers. And the other two females are accounted for. They insisted 4 of us stand together. So yes, she's got 3 brothers. That now doesn't make any sense again. Unknown female. And this is a brother, which means we don't know who that is again. Wasn't there a Madsen? There's more than... Don't know where the Madsons come into it, man. Yeah, cool. This is not correct. That's not here. Otherwise, it would have locked in like this. Can we have another picture of Clark? This is Clark, right? Not Clark. Carl, sorry. My bad, dude. And this is also not right. With artiste. But we are going to have to finish it there. But to be fair, I don't think it was all that bad. We didn't make too many stumbles. And given the time, I'm not going to be able to raid out. In fact, is anybody... I hate not raiding, man. Not really. No, we're gonna just end it. Anyone who's still here, thank you very, very much for being here. I can't speak, man. Thank you very much for being here. Anyone who's new, I hope to see you around again soon. Until next time, have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Mwah. It's the weekend soon. Goodbye.